Welcome to the TMZ podcast. It's Skeleton Crew today.
Yes, it is. Post-Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, a lot of people took a longer weekend, but not me.
Hey, can you blame them though? I mean,
no,
blame people
no, I
across the
can't.
country?
I never shade people for taking time off.
Yes.
But me and Tony are here.
Yes, we are.
So there was a lot of action over Memorial Day weekend. Casey Anthony popped up in Florida.
Yes.
People are always interested to see what Casey is up to, and she was shopping. So we will get into what Casey Anthony, how she spent her Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. This was an interesting one. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, Ray J got knocked out on his feet over the weekend at this influencer card. I was a degenerate and stayed up till 1 a.m.
I seen the highlights, and I seen he was pretty upset afterwards.
Yeah, it was an absolute circus. So we will get into that. We'll talk about what happened with Ray J, as well as that card was just there was a lot.
Very interesting.
There's a lot going on.
Yes,
and then we'll end on a lighter note. The Jenner sisters, they're both in love. They're both in love.
They were up to some. A lot of stuff this weekend.
Two very different places, but both in love.
Yes.
So for starters, Casey Anthony. So obviously a very polarizing figure. The last time we saw Casey, I feel like she pops up now and then, and anytime she does, people are interested.
Yes.
People want to know what she's doing. She popped up, I think it was last year, with a new boyfriend, this guy, Ben.
Yeah,
it doesn't appear like they're still together, but over the weekend, she was out at TJ Maxx. So here's video of Casey. We're told she was with a couple of friends on Sunday in Lake Mary, Florida, just shopping away. And not the most compelling video if it's anyone else, but anytime it's Casey Anthony, it's like
people are just so interested. It's just given the fact that it was just a very notable and just insane trial.
Oh, for sure. A lot of people were horrified that she got off. Yes. And then, all the things that she's done since. Here's the photo of her and this guy, Ben. That caused a ton of controversy. Obviously, immediately people were like, that guy was under fire. How could you be with this woman? Et cetera.
What people, look, what I was confused before we started. So he was upset that these photos initially came out of them two together, and so I worked on the story. I don't know. I mean, he was just I think just upset with the media attention. If I remember correctly, he owned a business, and unfortunately, anyone who is tied to Casey Anthony, it's not good for business. Right.
So people figured out who he was, and then they were doxing his, Yelp for his business. And then from what we had told, where we did some reporting of our own, and obviously his family members were not very happy that he was seeing her, and they had kind of cut him off. But I haven't seen them together since. And I believe I had reached out to someone close to Casey who had said it wasn't really like they were full-blown boyfriend and girlfriend.
They were just seeing each other.
They were seeing each other. And I mean, anytime Casey's out, people recognize her. She's very famous. And so they haven't been spotted together, I think, since then. So I think it's safe to say that relationship's over. But she loves TJ Maxx, because I believe we got other
That's
video
one of the main takeaways
in the past at TJ Maxx. I've never set foot, I don't think, in a TJ Maxx. What do they say? Is it Marshall?
I have no idea. Everybody, all my friends try to put me on a TJ Maxx, and it's cheaper. I might have to check it out. I don't know, because people always talk about the deals that they have there. So
I'm somewhat familiar with TJ Maxx. I know it's a department store, but it's a lot cheaper than obviously going to Nordstrom's. Mm-hmm. So the girl loves TJ Maxx, and she was shopping. I guess, what did she get?
Some face cream.
Face cream. Okay.
Yes.
And wait, can you throw that video up again? Did she grow her hair back out? Because I
think it looks like she did. We're playing for you right now.
Because when she was with this last guy, I remember she had kind of the bob. Oh yeah, it's a little bit longer. Yeah. But she had the bob cut, and we were kind of at the time is that actually Casey Anthony? Obviously, it ended up being her. But no matter the haircut, like you said, one of the most famous trials in the last 25, 30 years. And very polarizing figure. So hope looked like she enjoyed her Memorial Day.
Yes.
So that's Casey. That's our Casey Anthony update, because I'm sure everyone was wondering what Casey Anthony was doing on Memorial Day weekend.
Very much so. Yes.
Okay.
The fight of the weekend? No, I don't know about fight of the weekend.
There wasn't many fights. So I'm a fighting fan degenerate. I watch, if there are two people fighting in the street, I'll watch it. So I got home on Saturday and I had no plans on watching this brand risk influencer. The main event was Johnny Manziel versus Bob Menery. Or Menery?
Yeah, Bob Menery. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who does like the voices.
He was really funny when he first came out. Then his content, to me, it kind of got a little old, but he's still funny from
and also
time to
gets
time.
Dark at times.
Yeah.
With that guy. Like he's kind of always off the rails. I wanted to watch it just because I was interested because I've always been a big Johnny Manziel fan.
Yes.
And dude, they didn't even start. The main event didn't start till damn near 1 a.m. So I had to like sit.
Here, Pacific time?
Yeah, it was like it was between midnight and 1, and I'm like, dude, are they?
Who is staying up to watch that?
Me, dude. I had my kids asleep, and I'm a degenerate. I was like, dude, I have to see this. So I watched all these fights. They had Sean Strickland, very controversial UFC fighter.
Yeah.
He at one point was.
He was in the crowd, right?
He was doing play-by-play, saying all sorts of obscene stuff. So that was interesting. 6ix9ine performed.
I did see that.
Damn near
nobody.
out of breath.
I seen clips on Instagram. Nobody was really like.
Well,
because he performed. I think it was his song Billy. I think.
Yeah, all of his
really
old bangers and everyone. It's not the Apex. So it was at the UFC Apex in
Vegas.
In
right?
Vegas, and
Yeah.
it was only invite only. You could tell a lot of people were like, "Who the hell is the 6ix9ine?" He also seemed extremely out of breath during his performance. But I would say the highlight of the night, we had him, I think, on TMZ Live this week, was Ray J. Poor Ray J, man.
Yeah, let's see what happened.
Who you got?
I got the
last.
Oh, he's. Oh, okay.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right, you want me to
So you was around.
right, left.
Okay. So he was just talking. Okay. Oh, wow.
He was playing. I told you.
I think he's doing this for like 10.
I felt it.
Ray J didn't exactly. I mean, we had seen a lot of training for Ray J leading up to the fight. I would just say his body didn't look great.
No, he was. I was. Well, I don't know about. In his training videos, he had girls in the back.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could say he was fully locked in per se.
No.
But I mean, at least from social media's perspective, it looked like he tried to train for it.
Yeah,
but
he did some training leading up. So he fought this YouTuber, Super Hot Fire, who I'm not.
You don't know?
I'm not familiar with
you don't
him.
know who
No.
Super
What
Hot
does he
Fire
do
is?
on YouTube?
So there's an infamous clip of there's like a rap, like they're all rapping, they're doing a rap battle, and he's saying the dumbest lines, and he's like, they jump back. I'm doing a terrible job of describing this, by the way, but basically it's like in YouTube lore, there's this rap battle, and they just say stupid punchlines back, like Super Hot File say something like, "Oh, I'm a rapper," and everybody will just be like, "Oh."
They go. So
Yeah.
got it.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, I wasn't familiar with him.
He's a bit of a meme.
So
I would say.
this was the second round. The first round, Super Hot Fire didn't throw a single punch the entire round. He was just running, like dodging and making fun of Ray J. And then this happened very early in the second round, knocked out on his feet.
Damn,
Ray J was then doing the move, like pissed off at him, kind of being like they had some agreement or something.
Yeah, he said that. I'm like, come on, Ray
which
J.
A is illegal, so you could go to
Yes.
jail for fixing fights. To me, it was very obvious that he was like trying to make light of the fact that he just got knocked out cold on his.
Oh,
feet.
of course.
Also, the other interesting aspect of it was that he had been training with Rampage Jackson, the famous UFC fighter, and
Ray J was?
and they interviewed Rampage after, and Rampage was just like, "Dude, he looked horrible. I was trying to talk him out of doing it." Chris Brown was in the stands going nuts.
Chris Brown was there?
Chris Brown was there. They're
Fresh off getting his PhD
yeah.
as a doctor, I
Yeah,
think.
is he?
I think.
What
Yeah,
the hell are you talking about?
I think he
Tony?
just got his
Chris
PhD.
Brown is not a doctor, dog.
I think we posted a story on it.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, he was there, was laughing his ass off. Tiger was there. There were some celebrities in attendance, but it was an absolute circus. But Aiden Ross, I think, put on the event, the streamer.
Let me get your take on these. I'm gonna call them gimmick fights. So like the Jake Pauls versus the Mike Tysons, like they draw in a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of views, a lot of attention. But like, do you see should I say meme fights or like gimmick fights like this lasting?
Yeah, I mean, they make a lot of money. They get a lot of attention. Like, I'm someone who like actually loves watching fighting. I mean, it's not good fighting. Like, it's like, but it's entertaining. And at the end of the day,
I will say it is. Yeah,
it's entertaining. This fight was free. They like streamed it on YouTube, Kick, everything. So it's like you're not paying for it. So I don't really care. And then yeah, I got to see Ray J get knocked out on his feet. It was entertaining. I will say that it was a circus. It was an absolute circus, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, I just missed the traditional fights.
But you can, I like separate
boxing.
the two. Like I go into this knowing what I'm going to get.
That's true.
A clown show. And that's what I got. And then when I go into watching like, actual boxers or UFC events, it's a totally different product.
True.
So, and the UFC was off this weekend. So it was awesome to have something to watch.
Yes. So
alrighty,
let's get into the Jenners. They had a very big weekend. So let's start with Kendall. So if you think that Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi aren't an item, or at least it looks like that way, well, we got some more pictures to show you right here. So they were spotted out on an apparent date, this time in Montecito, California, and they were at a local restaurant on a double date with some friends. And they seemed like they were pretty comfortable with one another. I think they said Kendall put his arm around him and was playing with his hair. Jacob was laughing in a very good mood. So if you don't think these guys are an item, I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I mean, I said this when we got the Hawaii photos, and a little bit like peek behind the curtain here is that like these photos or videos that we got are clearly just from someone that was there and recognized them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so this is not set up. They don't want to really be seen together. This isn't paparazzi. This is just, they're like in a full-blown relationship.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, she's always been with like athletes, right? Has she ever really
She
gone
was
the,
with
like,
Devin
actor
Booker
route?
and
She was with Ben Simmons.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of who else she's been with.
But I don't know because she was just with Bad Bunny too.
Oh, Bad Bunny. So
but
the
he's not an
artist.
athlete,
No,
so it's
he's a musician. So I mean, she's, in my opinion, the more low key Kardashian. Where
oh yeah, we don't really see Kendall.
she's not really out there and is way more low key. But yeah, I mean, they're in a full blown relationship.
But do you know who's not low key, or at least
the opposite? The opposite of low key is Chalamet and Kylie Jenner.
So you've seen last night how just
good
insane of a blowout that after game one, I was so surprised that they just were like just blowing them out every single game.
Yeah, the Cavs stink. I'm sorry for Cavs fans. You guys stink.
I know Courtney won't like that.
Yeah, she's probably not listening to this. So if she is, Courtney, cover your ears. You guys got James Harden, which was so stupid to do. That guy's never won anything. And the Knicks look pretty good, man. I mean,
I think they got a chance, man. I really do think they have a chance.
They're going to be way more well-rested because the Spurs Thunder series is probably going to go game 7, and they're just beating the hell out of each other every game. So I hope so, but I would doubt that whoever makes it out of that series is going to be fully healthy. So it should be interesting. But just to kind of pivot back, of course. So the interesting thing about this, so I saw Taylor and Travis were at the Cavs.
They were at game 3.
So they were at the other one, which is like the most relatable thing. I've never seen Taylor Swift like at a basketball game. Have you?
Well, no, not basketball.
She
Football
goes to the
the
Chiefs games and like sit in the box and stuff. But being like courtside where the camera's always on you and stuff, I thought was like very crazy because I just feel like
we're seeing a lot more of them too out. Now.
Always
we're seeing them out in dinner, and
so he went behind enemy lines here. I didn't even realize this. So Timothy and Kylie went to the game was in Cleveland.
Yes, it was in Cleveland. Yeah, so they did. Yeah, there was. Well, if you seen the game last night, there was so many Knicks fans in attendance. You definitely heard them. Well, the last thing I'll say about basketball wise is if the Knicks win the finals in New York, I think New York City might be torn down.
Oh, for sure. I've seen the crowds outside after they just win a game. They like took out J.R. Smith that one game.
Yeah, we're playing. We can't show it, but
people
like
climbing on light poles.
Yeah, people. I guarantee you, New York City is just going to be in
why do people lose their mind like this when they win? Like if my team ever win, I'm like super stoked, but I would never think like I'm going to just climb this light pole.
I don't know. Alcohol does a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, is that guy getting arrested? Poor
guy.
Yeah. So I saw like it's Timothy is just living like
He's living his best life.
He's living
dude.
like every fan's like dream is because
Yes.
he's obviously an A-list guy, but he's like legit friends with them. Like after the game, I saw.
Yeah,
these
he was
clips.
with Carl Anthony Towns.
He's always talking to Kat. I saw him like having like a full-on like bro moment with Jalen Brunson. Like it's like what every fan, normal fan, wishes they could do after their team wins. He gets to do.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if the Knicks win, I'm happy. If the Spurs win, I'm happy. If OKC wins, I'm not happy.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about any of them, to be honest with you. But
Who's your team? You're a Kings fan.
I'm a Kings fan, so I just live in hell. So I will never get to.
At least you got a team. No, like
Yeah. But yeah, Kylie was there with them wearing like a Knicks t-shirt, which I thought was like odd. She just doesn't take me for like I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt to a game, but pretty cool, pretty relatable.
I think we couldn't show the video too, but I think in this clip, Timothy's asking Kat, he's like, "Where's Jordan?" Talking about Jordan Woods and
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. So like obviously all that stuff that happened with her and Tristan,
which was weird because
and then they hated each other, but
Right.
then I think they squashed the beef, but it doesn't seem like they're really friends because clearly they're all, at every game.
Mhm.
And is Jordan engaged to Kat?
yes,
I think they're engaged.
they're about to
right?
get married soon. Yeah,
So she's clearly at every game, but you never see them photographed together. Like,
Never,
why would they not
ever.
like sit at the games together? Like,
Yeah.
like tell Ben Stiller to move his ass over.
I don't know, Ben Stiller or Tracy Morgan
Yeah,
or Spike Lee.
but yeah, I guess she isn't enough celebrity to maybe make that like little celebrity row, but yeah, it's interesting because it's
Yeah.
like now here that was like her bestie forever, and now here they are like stuck at all the same games together. But
A little awkward,
weird.
but they probably
But
don't.
good for the Knicks.
Yes.
Good for the Knicks, and good for New York. They've
Definitely.
been struggling for quite some time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, you want to read some comments and then
yes.
get out of here?
Yes. So I'm just gonna read through a couple. Thank you
you read 'em.
guys
You read 'em.
so much for joining us once again today. Brandon asked, Devin, did you see the Casey Anthony docuseries on Peacock a few years ago? It was a bunch of BS.
I don't know. I've seen so many docs at this point.
there's so many
and I feel
documentaries
like
on
that story has just been covered so heavily that
Yes.
it's like, yeah, I've heard all the evidence. I've seen I think this is the one where she actually took part in it. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really like very privy to the case when it was going on.
I know the
but-
basic outline.
Yeah,
of
I
it,
mean,
but
she clearly, it seemed like she killed her daughter. It's super dark. They wasn't convicted, is living her life. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
really have too much time for Casey Anthony.
Senior's Hangout says, I think Kylie actually likes basketball.
I
mean,
don't know about that. I think she actually likes Timothy.
I think Taylor actually likes football now, given
for sure.
the when she went on New Heights and all that stuff.
and like
she
kind of
knew-
knows
yeah.
some ins and outs,
Yeah.
X's and O's.
Kylie, I got to see a little bit more. Like, if Timothy is an NFL, I don't think he is, but if he's an NFL fan and she's going to more events with them, then I'm like, maybe.
It's
maybe she
that's
is.
just a spouse thing or like a significant other thing. It's like, if one of the people in a relationship are super passionate about something, it's like that significant other just has to as well.
Yes.
They're just along for the ride.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Hope you guys
Post Memorial Day
Yeah,
weekend.
hope you guys all had a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And I think we will have more people back tomorrow.
We should.
So
We'll see.
we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in today.
Thanks, guys. Bye.